Hi everybody, back in Baltimore. Day one at NAB up here in Philadelphia. Let me tell you a little bit about what I did today. First of all, it took Carrie forever to find her park and ride because he took the wrong exit. But we got there and we met up. First panel I went to was the Digital Best Practices for Radio. It was held by a guy, Daniel Ansadig, and I can give you the correct spelling of that when I get back. But he was really cool. He kind of gave me some really good ideas. One big thing that he planted in my head is I kind of need to set benchmarks for this new position, whether that be revenue that we drive in or, you know, amount of new listeners that we get from each station. I just kind of need to set a goal for each of those, and I think that will help the job go a little bit smoother. And I took 2 pages of notes at his little session, and I can debrief you on that when I get back. But a couple of things I got inspired to think about while watching that. A couple of cool texting opportunities that I think that we're missing out on. Maybe we could do like some sort of text to vote what next song plays. Maybe that could be like a Saturday night feature. You know, we can have it sponsored by Soundgarden, you know, to where people text in votes and then they get a bounce back from, you know, like, thanks for your vote, make sure to check out all this music at Soundgarden. I don't know, just an idea there. Another good thing that I just thought of is we're really underutilizing the Noise in the Basement and the contest template. We're already developing the Ravens to put some content in there, but these local bands, they're shooting videos now, they're posting their own songs now. Let's try to use that contest template, get it sponsored by, you know, Guitar Center or someplace where local musicians go, and try to make a little microsite out of that. I think that would be a good opportunity that shouldn't cost us a lot of money. And some findings that he had, somebody asked him where he sees the largest revenue coming in. Right now, he says it's all graphic ads coming in that's really pulling in the most money as far as digital goes, but they don't see a lot of growth with that. The most amount of growth that they're seeing comes in with a lot of interactive media, streaming video, streaming audio. I also, after this session, did lunch with a guy, Ron, at Triton Media, and they're doing a lot of really cool app stuff. They do the ESPN app, which I sent around to you guys. They do a radio station, 107.9 The Edge out in Seattle, which we know about. Check out their iPhone app. It's very cool. They do the Now Playing while the song's playing. They have the lyrics to the song. You can actually take a look at the CD and flip the CD over on the app to see the track listing. You can also subscribe to their podcast while the stream is still going on. So a lot of cool stuff happening there that I think will be beneficial for 98 Rock. And then over on the AM side, something that's comparable is the ESPN app. You know, I'm thinking for BAL's purposes, you have the BAL stream going. You have like a little news ticker at the bottom where it just gets the headlines. If they want to learn more about the headlines, you can click on that, and it exposes the full story for you to read. This is all while the station is still running. So that was a very interesting lunch, and the guys in Triton Media have linked up with Ando Streaming, which is also hooked up with Marketron. So they're doing a lot of their ad insertions straight off Marketron. So it's a lot of these pieces coming together. It was a very interesting lunch, and I look forward to talking to these people a little bit more about stuff that they could actually may be able to apply to our station. They also do streaming video. They also do audio players. They are basically connected with everyone else in radio to kind of do another piece. Then I went back to the sessions. Some session about a guy creating buzz, but all he did was scream a lot, so I left there and checked my email. And then I hung out for a session with Scott Goldstein. He was one of the social media people on Barack Obama's election campaign, and he had a lot of very good info. His 4 little bullet points were: don't be afraid to experiment, add value to the listeners with your social media, allow your consumers or your listeners to engage with you using the social media platforms, and always move with the marketplace. Always go to where the rest of social media is going. You know, that kind of plays into the don't be afraid to experiment. Let's not be afraid to jump on the bandwagon to these new things. Whether they work out or not, you know, really isn't the issue. It's the fact that we try it and we see what happens. And they learned a lot from the Obama campaign, and his basic goal was deepen the interaction with the listener. Then me and Carrie just kind of hung out with the HD people for a while. Talked to all the people at HD. They're all from Columbia. They all love Indie 97.9. They all love 98 Rock. They all love everything that we do over there, and they just want to kind of, they were pimping the new HD Zooms on us, trying to get us to give away some more of those. So I got some cards from people there. There could be some cool giveaway opportunities for that. If you're not familiar, the new Zooms, kind of a competitor to the iPod, but they have all the HD the HD adapter to it, so they can get not only FM radio but HD FM radio on it. And they also have developed an adapter to the iTouch and the iPhone and the iPod, to where you can just hook up this little piece that's about that big onto your iPhone and actually get an FM band and an HD band onto your iPod. So that's cool. I met these fun girls from some student radio station out west, and they were a lot of fun, and their tagline, and this is my favorite giveaway so far at NAB, it's KCCR Student Radio, better than a buttery stack of flapjacks. That's their tagline. That's very fun. So me and Carrie, we're going to have some dinner, and then we're going to go to some other radio party thing. Carrie, do you have anything to add?
HD4 coming first quarter of 2010, and lots of boring things about inductance, capacitance, and reactance. So, you know, if you want to be bored by that later, I'm sure I can put you to sleep. And I wore the same shirt as John.
See ya!